Hello, StarCraft fans! This is falconpaladin coming to you with yet another edition of One Trick Wednesday! Game number 1 of Supply Strangle will be between 0-0 and Chemo here on Ascension to Ire, the latter edition. And let's introduce these players before I forget to do so. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the Red Zerg player. It is 0-0. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the Blue Protoss player. It is Chemo. Alright, so Supply Strangle, for those of you who don't know, means you can only attack Pylons, Overlords, and supply depots of your enemies. Cannot kill their buildings, cannot kill their units, just gotta kill their supply, and hope they tap out is basically how this is gonna work. Special thanks to my screeners, Don, Logan, and Asher, for the time they spent over the weekend making sure that I'm only gonna cast the very, very good ones. The good replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of One Trick Wednesday. If you want to know what the next One Trick Wednesday is going to be, stay tuned to the end of the episode here. I will announce it then. And if you want to vote in the one after that, which is in a month, it's in a month, when the one you're voting on today is going to post, click on the link, the straw poll link in the description to get that one. So Don screened these and he goes, sometimes I think you're giving players bad ideas on how to win games. And you know what? I think he's right. I think most of the people recognize this is a challenge kind of a thing. It is my answer to Day9's Fun Day Monday he used to do before he moved on to Hearthstone, and I guess StarCraft Remastered. But yes, basically I feel like Don is right. There are probably some people who watch this and go, oh, so this is how you win at StarCraft. You just attack their supply, and then it all works out in the end, which is probably not the case. Not the case. I have some people who contacted me and said, this is impossible. I can't do this. Can't win just killing supply. And I was like, well, I mean, you can defend. You just can't attack anything but supply. I think I got the mute. I think I got the mute there before I sneezed. All right, so nobody heard anything. Nobody heard a thing. There's a new episode of the podcast that's up. There's a link in the description, and it's a good one. We actually do talk quite a bit about StarCraft Remastered. We talk about the new balance patch changes that are being proposed by Blizzard for StarCraft 2. So if you're interested in StarCraft stuff and you don't listen to the podcast because you're like, they don't talk about StarCraft enough, well, this is a pretty StarCraft-centric episode. We also talk about books and some TV shows, including Rick and Morty, and we also have a discussion about Australian meat pies. So again, it's just interesting stuff. We don't want to shackle ourselves to one type of thing like StarCraft only. But when there are interesting things about StarCraft, we'll go ahead and check it out. Oh, also we have a winner. We have a winner of the person who left the most entertaining review on our iTunes podcast page, and they get a copy of StarCraft Remastered. How cool is that? A free copy of StarCraft Remastered. So, if you submitted a review and you were trying to be funny on the iTunes page for our podcast, go listen to the podcast and figure out how to claim your winnings. Roach is on the way here from 0-0 and a proxy hatch, which I don't think I've mentioned yet. Proxy hatch here up to the north of the natural base of Chemo. It's a good wall. It's a good wall here from Chemo, but there's not a mothership core here. Nor is there one in production. Does he not have one for reals? Maybe he's practicing. Practicing for when the mothership core is removed from the game, which is not something that's going to happen quite yet. We don't know yet. That's the thing. But it could. But it absolutely could. So perhaps he's just preparing for that eventuality. It is a Stargate opener from Chemo, but here come a bunch of Roaches and Ravagers. 3 Ravagers and a Roach, and they're going to go after this Pylon. Again, you can hit other stuff, you just can't kill it. Good dodge anyway by that Adept. I think a couple accidental hits there. That's okay. Oh, Mothership Core is here. Did you just pop out? Mothership Core took down the Pylon, and, yep, defending there. Not attacking the units, but when they came at him, he was able to defend. So that totally counts. Second Pylon, how is he waiting for cooldowns here? He's making additional Roaches, going to upgrade them into Ravagers. Yep, going to get some shots off. They're accidentally hitting the Cyber Core, but that's okay. Again, don't kill it. Another Pylon down, and it actually delays the Warp Gate. It pauses that upgrade there. That's amazing. All right, so far so good. Getting a couple shots off on that Cybernetics Core, which is weird. Can you take down the Photon Overcharge Pylon? No. Can't do it. And again, Adept comes out. Adept gets killed. Can't come out and attack or bad things will happen to you, but I'm only... Man, he is having a hard time controlling not hitting that Cyber Core, but he's doing all right. Queen pops out of this expansion. Well, it's not really an expansion hatchery. It's a ninja hatch. Proxy hatch? Proxy hatch. And chews away that Mothership Core. Again, trying to focus the shots on that Pylon and is... Oh, Warp! No! 114 out of 114, and Warp Gate is paused. Are you kidding me? That was amazing. Another pylon tries to come up. Dead. Walking past these probes. You don't want to kill the probes. You're just killing the pylons here. Don't mind us. Accidental shot on that stalker, and another pylon down. Oh, and the probes are pulled. The probes are pulled. Get out of there. Get out of there. Run. Oh, he's getting trapped. He's getting trapped. He's trying to save his own life here, but he has killed, I think he's killed every single pylon. Indeed, he has killed every pylon. And I think that's it from Chemo. Like, all his pylons are dead. The probes are fighting here, but really having a hard time against roaches and ravagers. As it turns out, Stalker dead as well. Another couple pylons are trying to come up here so that a Void Ray can... Actually, no, that's this Stargate. Get the pylons. Get the pylons. They're your primary target here. Oh, man, that's so many dead probes, though. That is 30 dead probes. I don't know if there's any coming back from this. Although Photon Overcharge, if there's anything, it's going to be Photon Overcharge. 0-0 is sitting on 1,300, 700 resources, which is a lot. Can these roaches get that pylon? They cannot. Queens creep spreading their way up to the natural base, and it's just not going very well at all for our Protoss player. This Void Ray might pop, but there's already 2 queens here. 2 queens versus Void Ray is generally not a great fight for the Void Ray. Depowering everything once again. Getting some shots off just because you're going to auto-attack. Get out of there, units. Don't auto-attack that thing. There you go. Keep moving. That's the key. That is the key. Keep moving and target fire. Don't let the auto-attack happen. Queens, oh, transfusing themselves as well here. Roach is getting wrecked by this Immortal. Void Ray does get picked out of the sky, though. Both queens are still alive, but not for long with the Stalker Immortal defense coming in here. And yeah, we're out. We are out. Another, yep, these couple pylons are here. So Chemo's still alive. Still alive, sort of, but it's 21 to 3 harvesters, which is real bad. Stalker Immortal shows up at the proxy hatch. And what's going to pop out here? A bunch of roaches, but again, Immortal's real good against roaches. 4 kills already. And going to pick up another one. Yeah, there's 5. There's 6. My goodness. It's just like sledgehammers. Sledgehammer. Some Lings popping out there trying to do stuff as well. Mothership Core dies. Once again, we have a bunch of roaches slow moving across the map. As there is no lair, this is basically a 1-base all-in. There's no mining that's happening at this proxy at all. It just exists to spread creep and cause problems for the Protoss. Did you see that creep tumor spread over the gap? That was cool. It went through the air. That was probably a visual bug. It's probably not supposed to happen. 0-0 again, having a hard time with auto-attacking that cyber core. Hasn't killed it yet, though. Has not killed it yet, though. And forced to retreat. There's too much. There's too much here. He needs a bunch of Lings is what he needs against the Stalker Immortal composition. Lings are going to be better than Roaches. Ravager's fine, too. There we go. 5 Ravagers in production. Can't even throw down a pylon to power up the Stargate. That's how bad the situation is for Chemo, because there's creep here. Force field up. The Ravagers say, oh, you know what? No. No, actually, we're going to let that thing do whatever it wants. We're not going to use Corrosive Bile to stop it. Another warp in here off a couple of these warp gates from Chemo. Coming in once again is 0-0. Corrosive Biling trying to take down that Mothership Core. Forced to retreat. Forced to retreat once again. Observers here. Ah, you got an Observer out. That's nice. Queens just taking too much damage from the Stalkers. More and more Roaches showing up here. And I just don't think there's enough production available for Chemo. He's got 6 probes. He hasn't really been making probes that much because he can't afford to do so. Big old Roach Ravager group coming right on in, going after them pylons. 1 pylon down, the other pylon not getting focused down very well. Again, they're going to auto-attack the army that is attacking them. They're not going to generally worry about pylons. And there we go. Took it down. And then just finishing off the rest of the stuff here is 0-0. There are no more pylons to kill. Going after the remainder of these probes. There are 7. Make that 6. And wandering out. What a stupid way to win a game, says Chemo. Yes. Yes. It is a stupid way to win a game. Chemo gives us the theme for this cast. What a stupid way to win a game. And really all One Trick Wednesday casts. Really. Yeah, I think so. All right, that's it for game number 1. We'll come back with more One Trick Wednesday Supply Strangle in just a second. Welcome back to One Trick Wednesday, everybody. This will be game number 2 here between Sheik And Ling King on Acolyte, the latter edition. We're going to speed it up because this is a longer one. And in the bottom left corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Sheik. And in the top right corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Ling King. And as usual, I'm not entirely sure who sent this replay in, so I'm not sure who to root for. But if you don't know, then you don't know who likely is going to win, right? That's how that works. Got some BM going here. Ling King calling Sheik a scoundrel. Yeah, it's probably an apt description here. So in this one, ZVZ, one of these players can only attack Overlords. Again, you can defend. You can defend, that's totally fine, but you can only attack those Overlords. Got Spine Crawlers coming up as Ling King, which tells me he is likely going to be the one who's doing the challenge here. Because static defense in ZVZ isn't incredible. I mean, it's good against early Ling harassment that Sheik's trying to do here, right? And there is a Queen versus 5 Lings. Not good. Needs something to pop. Oh, he got his own Lings to pop here. Okay, good. That's excellent. And then going to finish these off. He's going to lose his Lings, but he killed enough of Sheik's Lings to where he's alive. He is, in fact, the Ling King. Got some Speedlings here. Does Sheik and an Overlord. Yes, a free Overlord. Gets it started off right. Does Ling King here today. These Zerglings for Sheik. Is he going to make them into Banelings? Why is he hiding them? I guess there's only, what, 5? 4? There's only 4 of them there. So, dude, got to finish off that Overlord. That's what this challenge is. Get it. Go get it, Ling King. Get in there and kill that Overlord. No! He's not going to kill it. Well, he's not right now. Perhaps later he will remember that it's there. He can't see it is the problem. Oh, he can see it. It's just on the very edge of his minimap. See that? Little tiny circle. All right. I'll give you a pass, but man, for a challenge where you're supposed to just straight up kill Overlords, you didn't kill your first Overlord. Bunch of Lings joining the party here from Sheik. Oh, they did make themselves into Banelings. Where's the Baneling? Oh, it's over here. There's the Baneling nest. Spine Crawler takes out one of the Banelings. Queen trying to take out another one of them before they hit the probe. Or the drones, rather. Drones, rather. 7 drones have been killed so far. So many Zerglings running into this mineral line. Just hold position. Just hold. Actually, that works too. Send some of your Lings at the Queen, some of your Lings at the Spine, some of the Lings at the drones. This is good multitasking from Sheik. Drones forced to fight, and this Queen lives. She has 5 kills. She is a slayer for Ling King. Way to go. Way to go, Queen. So I think maybe you go mass Muta here. Oh, there's the Spire, and there's the double gas. Quadruple gas, actually. So yeah, he's going to go Muta, which, sure, fly around, pick off Overlords. The easiest way to do that is going to be with Mutalisks. Can't argue with this at all. More Lings coming in. Sheik is playing my style. My style is send Lings at them until they're dead. Just because my macro and ZVZs, I have a really hard time knowing when to macro and when to make units, and I mess it up. I mess it up. Like, somehow, towards the mid-game, my opponent always has a better economy and a bigger army than I do, and it's weird. I don't have these problems against Protoss or Terran. It's just a Zerg thing, so I don't know. Either way, Lings rolling in here from Sheik. Speedlings, no less. Spine Crawlers, they need to pop like yesterday. One of the Spines is going to finish, but it's almost dead before it does. Drones pulled off the line trying to save it, and they do save it. What? Oh, Spine Crawler with 1 hit point. Does go down, but oh my gosh, so many dead Zerglings as well. Queen's trying to pick these Banelings off before they get on top of the drones. It's a pretty big hit. That's 24 drones killed. It's 30-22 right now. Ling King is down. More Zerglings showing up. Just morphing Banelings right in full view of Ling King as Sheik. He's feeling extremely proud of himself right now. Spire finishes, so he's going to try to pick it off as Sheik here, recognizing this is a pretty big threat to me as I don't really have much anti-air. Dude, you gotta get those. You can't let your Spire die. Banelings joining the party. It's exploding on the Spire to help try to finish it off, but no, drones and Queens save it. Super injured drones. Save it. The Spire is alive with 100 hit points. More Zerglings coming from Sheik. He will not let this stand. He will not let it stand. Oh, the Mutas are out for Ling King, though. I guess go start killing Overlords. Sheik is about 15 supply from being supply blocked. So there's that. Ah, the Ling's going to finish off that Spire, though. Ah, they went right for it. Right for it, indeed. And they got it. Mutalisks, maybe it was just an assassination is what it was from Sheik. 2 Spines here at the natural. This Queen getting surrounded on the ramp. And the Ling's deciding not to pursue any further here. Maybe to pick off another Queen. So many Spines here, though. Now check this out. It is 30, 40, 29 harvesters. Somehow Ling King is ahead. Again, not somehow, because your Zerg player who's this aggressive has to cut a lot of drones to make this thing happen. He's lost 55 Lings and 5 Banelings. That's a lot of larvae on stuff to try to kill your opponent, and has not killed the opponent. Hasn't done it. All right, so the mutas, have they run out yet? I don't think they have. Had any Overlords died for Sheik? 2. 2 have died so far, so that's good. That's a good start. Mutalisk's finding another. He still has Overlords in the middle of the map, and they don't have speed either. Sheik is not learning well from the experience of knowing there are Mutalisks out. There's only 2, though, right? There's only 2. Lincoln needs to make a new spires. What he's got to do. Sheik is still not supply blocked. Zergling's picking off a queen too far away from the protection of these spines. I think she was trying to lay a creep tumor is what that was all about. More Zerglings rolling into this mineral line. Getting stabbed. Drones fighting 2. Queen. Dang, that was actually pretty good out of Ling King. Is there any upgrades for anyone at this point? Speed's done, but no other upgrades at all for anyone right now. Pretty hilarious, if you ask me. Speeding it up as no one's being aggressive. That's how we deal with these longer games, especially in our compilations. We don't want people to get bored and walk away. We need to see how this concludes. Because I can tell you this, not everybody wins when it comes to the One Trick Wednesday. Trying to take a third base here is Ling King. Sheik rolls in with a Hajillion Zerglings and is not going to get it. Oh, did not go for the guaranteed damage. Tried to get the big hit. Got nothing, lost all his Lings. The hatch is going to finish for Ling King, and that was not a great move. Both Mutalisks having a great time. 3 kills on one and 4 kills on the other. The most effective Mutalisks in a pair ever in the history of StarCraft. These guys are amazing. He's got over. Is he rallying? No, Sheik, don't rally your Overlords across the map when there's mutas. Especially not if they have speed. He has a lair, so that's good. Oh, crap, a Nidus network. Sheik gonna be Nidusing soon, I think. I mean, it's not really a guarantee. Also, bring your Overlords over your Spore Crawlers. Yep, he's filling up that Nidus network, and he's gonna use this Overlord to spot. This Overlord that Ling King should have killed like 5 minutes ago and didn't. Oh, that came back to bite him. Is that a crashed mothership? That's a crashed mothership. Sparks flying off, flames flying off it too. That's exciting. That's real exciting. He is. Look at this. Ah, the Nidus worm erupting in the natural base of Ling King. And here we. Oh, he sees it though. He just clicked on it. What is he? He's trying to get his Lings up here to finish it off before Sheik unloads. Sheik's unloading. You got no. Don't just attack. You know what? Fine, just attack. Just attack. That's totally cool. Lings are... Oh, Banelings at the end there from Sheik. Oh, that was mean. Those killed a lot of Zerglings. 32 of them lost for Ling King, but 104 have died now for Sheik. More Baneling explosions on drones. Nidus Worm is attracting a lot of the attention. Mutaflock, pretty big now for Ling King. 15 is a much better number. And I think... is Sheik trying? I don't know what's happening here. Baneling can be picked off by mutas. Is he trying to deal with Mutalisks just with spores and going for... Okay, wait. Nidus, another Nidus network. Yeah, he's going to try to Nidus the Blue Zerg player to death. Again, ZVZ is not my strongest matchup, but I don't think Nidusing your Zerg opponent to death is going to work if they have Mutalisks and you don't have any Queens or Hydras or Mutalisks or Corruptors or anything of your own. That is generally considered something to handle your opponent's mutas. Another Overseer comes over. Gets picked off. So how many Overlords have died? 7 Overlords and an Overseer have died so far for Sheik. He somehow is still not supply blocked. He's done a good job keeping up with that supply. Oh, 3 are just hanging out. Get in here, mutas. Find them. Find the Overlords that are not protected. Actually, I don't... There's one that's protected here by a couple spores. More Spore Crawlers coming on up. Flying around inside the main base, though, is Ling King. And are there Overlords to kill? There are right here. Oh, there's a Spore Crawler coming up, but it's not done yet. 1 Overlord, 2 Overlord, 3 Overlord, 4 Overlord. Woo! Supply block, Sheik. 60 out of 50 supply. And the Mutalisks fly away in peace. I think some of them died there. Yeah, 3 got killed, but he still has 19, which seems like a pretty good number. So I don't think he can Overlord hunt anymore. I think all the ones that were available for hunting out in the middle of the map are dead. They're dead. Slow down because the mutas are actually moving. These overlords are coming. They were coming from the safety of these. Oh, I guess it's rallied. I was going to say safety of the spore crawlers here at the 3rd. Traversing a very dangerous part of the map where there are no spores to go to this spore crawler at the middle of the main base, like far away from anything else. But whatever. Another Nidus Worm trying to erupt here inside the natural base of Ling King. Is that another Overseer that just died? Trying to send Overseers out and they keep getting picked off. Good golly. Oh, double Nidus Worm action. Here we go. Banelings rolling in. What an unorthodox play from Sheik. I kind of like it. Muta's picking off more Overlords. 57 out of 42. Guess who's supply blocked is Sheik. In the range of this Spine Crawler, this Nidus Worm erupts. Any Zerglings? Yes, Zerglings ready to go. Ready to pop on out. That Spine should have really focused down that Nidus network rather than going after these Lings. But that's okay. That's okay. He's got 4 kills. He can use his powers for good against that Nidus Worm later. I don't know why I consider Spine Crawlers to be dudes, unless it's for the obvious reason. 9 Hydras on the way from Sheik. 9 Hydralisks. There we go. Get some actual legitimate anti-air besides Queens. Besides the Queens. More Overlords coming in. Sheik is still supply blocked at 66 out of 66, but no, just made like 10, and he's at 122 supply now. So, all right, Ling King, can he pull this thing off is the question of the day. If you keep clumping these Overlords together, Sheik, you're going to do it. I think he knows. I think Sheik knows what's going on here. Well, does he, though? Does he, though? He's putting his Overlords in interesting places. How many spores are technically here at them? There's 2, 3, 4 there, but only protected by 2. I think he's just going to have to trade Mutalisks for Overlords at this point. Just going to have to do it, honestly. So, linking, let's do this thing. Ready, set, go. Little flying jellyfish. Hello, flying jellyfish. Hello. Overseered once again, trying to get out of here. Mutalisk takes the bait. Ends up getting murdered by a spore and a Hydralisk. Who got the kill? Must have been the Hydra. Which one, though? This one. This one got the kill. All right. He's hiding. He is shy. More Hydras on the way. This is not looking good for our Blue Zerg One Trick Wednesday Challenger. 31 to 40 Harvesters. Linking is not doing super well on the economy that way. Should probably expand. I mean, at this point, he has map control. Sheik doesn't want to move out. I don't think he can afford to move out. He has Hydras, but only 9 of them. He's making 9 more, which is great. Is he loading them into the Nidus network is my question. Doesn't look like he is. That's a lot of Banelings, though. That's a whole lot of Banelings out of Sheik. Ay, caramba. Infestation Pit on the way from Ling King. Speed for Banelings being researched just because might as well at this stage of the game. Get centrifugal hooks. Mutalisks flying in. There are so many spores, he says. There are so many spore crawlers and so many Hydralisks. I don't know about this. Time to suicide in. Get that. Oh, he didn't even get the Overlord. Oh, no. Oh, no. Linking. That hurts. That really, really hurts. Nidus Worm coming up, and this time, this is the most advanced notice he has given himself on a Nidus Worm. Banelings coming out, focus down that Nidus Worm. No, not focusing it down. There we go, we got it. Still major Baneling hits there. Another Overseer trying to join the party, getting picked off once again. That is 45 drones that have been killed by Sheik in this game. 45. Pretty good. Pretty good. 39 to 26 Harvesters total. Sheik still has that lead. Doesn't want to expand himself either, which again makes sense. If there are 100 Mutalisks flying around, you kind of worry about that, but Linking really should have expanded about 20 minutes ago. I mean, it couldn't be 20 minutes ago just because we are only 16 minutes into this game. Pathogen glands on the way from Sheik. Got some infestation pit action of his own. Finally, everybody's working on upgrades. Was a while there. They get another Overlord and Overseer down here. Muta's picked off another thing. Continuing to zip around as they do. Where are most of the Overlords are here in the main. They're really only protected by 2 spores, though. If he can swing around this left side and come in the back, he's got to find where they are. Another Overseer. I mean, Sheik really hates playing blind. Oh, he's trying to get them out there so he can chuck down Nidus Worms is what he's doing. That's funny. All right. You can't do those blind, right? I don't think you have to have vision. Alright, so Sheik's tired of messing around. He's got Infestor Hydra, which is the perfect counter to Mutalisk. If you can get a couple fungals off and the Hydras pick them off from distance, that is it for those mutas. That is all she wrote. Amen to the power of those mutas. Got some more mutas on the right side here from Ling King. For a second, it looked like Lich King. Maybe that's what it is. It's a pun on the term Lich King. I don't actually know. 18 minutes in. 136 to 154 total supply. It is not going well. Not going well at all, I'd say, for our Mutalisk player. Once again, not everybody wins these. We post fails as well. I mean, that's a mean way to say it, because this is hard. This is a hard challenge to just call it a fail. Mutalisks sacrificing their own lives to try to kill another Overlord. They got one. They got one. Can they get another one is the question. They do. Oh, they get another one. But then so many Spore Crawlers. Super dead. Zergling trying to run up the map here from Sheik. We are going on a counterattack mission. That's what we're doing here. Zerglings and Mutos running around for Ling King, trying to see what all this fuss is about. And here we go. Sheik's going. I think it's time to go. He's got his Hydras. They got the muscular augments and +2/+2. Good job. Good job having +2/+2 at this point. The Infestors have a lot of energy on them. And this could be it. This could be it. Especially, Fungal's really good against Lings too. Here it is, big old attack in the middle of the map here. Where are the Fungals? There's one. There's a Fungal, but the Hydras are attacking the Zerglings instead. What is happening here? +1/+1 Ling's doing so well. The chain Fungals on the Infestors trying to work, but nope, there's an Overseer from Ling King. He can't burrow cast forever when you are discovered. Oh. And Ling King wins that battle. Sheik is out. Sheik, with the smack talk at the beginning, is the one who rage quits it. And Ling King is, in fact, victorious. You got to control your Hydras better than that. Got to bring some Banelings, is what you got to do. Bring some Banelings to soak up those Zerglings, and then let your Hydras focus down the Mutas. I really think that would have been the difference. Would have been the difference for Sheik, but I'm glad he lost because he was a jerk. All right, that's it for Game 2. We'll be back with more from One Trick Wednesday from Falcon Paladin in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to One Trick Wednesday from Falcon Paladin. This game will be between Furious Joe and Space Dumps on Acolyte, the latter edition. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Furious Joe. And in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Space Dumps. Oh, not giving away his race after going random. I like this. Players that go random and then announce their race, like, that's nice. I'm not going to tell them not to do it, but it's just, if I'm going random, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage already, so might as well keep the advantages that I have. Zerg, says Furious Cream. Furious Joe. So the title screen didn't lie. That's very good. Says Space Dumps. Aren't you clever, says Furious Joe. Yes. Who is going to be the one trying to kill their supply today? The answer is going to be, I don't know. I don't know yet. That's how One Trick Wednesday works. There are some names that I recognize, right? There are names you recognize, but I'm not going to give anything away here. Not give it away at all here at this point. Is that a hatch first out of Furious Joe? I think it's a pool first, actually. Pool first out of Furious Joe. Worried about 3 Rax Reaper, possibly. Something, I don't know what this is in context of the discussion they were having because I wasn't paying attention. Double gas opening from Space Dumps. Though, ew, says Furious Joe. They are typing a lot for somebody not proxying or cheesing in some way. That is how I will choose to explain it. And where are we? Double Refinery here from Space Dumps. C'est la vie, making them Marines for the defense because he can't go on offense. You make a Reaper, can't kill drones. If it's him, he's got to kill Overlords. That doesn't apply. These guys are just chatting up a storm, which again usually means somebody's cannoning here, but again, nobody's Protoss, so nobody can be cannon rushing. Quick Factory from Space Dumps going that 1-1-1 build, the Destiny Cloud Fist, as Husky used to call it before he disappeared off the face of the earth. Now working for Nerdy Nummies as a producer. Last I checked his girlfriend's YouTube channel, which has so many subscribers. It is a humongous YouTube channel because cute girl baking nerdy stuff equals money. That's how it works. That is the formula for anybody who's curious. You want to get big on YouTube? Do something like that. Don't just cast StarCraft games. It's not going to work out. Not going to work out for you. Maybe we should get a drink after this. Why are you single? Are Space Dump's hitting on Furious Joe? Kind of seems like he is. These two. These two. I mean, I assume they're both dudes because the player base for StarCraft is at least 51% dude, but maybe I should not make these assumptions. Maybe assumptions are bad. Oh my gosh, you people. All right, we're speeding it up because no one's doing anything. This Zerg player is not harassing. Zerg player is going for a third hatch, as is fine. Terran player working on that first starport, part of the Destiny Cloud. This build, gonna reactor it. Off the reactor from that factory, make another starport. So if I had to guess, Space Dumps is the one doing the challenge, and he's gonna go for Mass Viking to kill those Overlords, which, okay, works for me. So basically, oh man, you gotta get in there early is what you gotta do. Gotta get in there early. Liberator here for defense. You're gonna defend your face off as Terran, which you can do, and then send your Overlords out like immediately. Or do you want to get so many? It's like you want to get so many that the Zerg player doesn't even know what's going on and has no way to stop it. Is that what you want to do, possibly? Vikings are here at the third base, and there's a Spore and a couple Queens here, but that's a supply block. Oh, temporary supply block. That's a... Nope, no supply block on that one. Vikings are dying to these Queens. Another hit. Ah, that is a supply block. All right, so many Queens. Turns out the Mass Queen against Terran opening is good against many different things, and today we learned it's good against Massed Viking. Huh. I mean, I know it was pretty good against Hellions and Reapers and even really Marine drops, early Marine drops without upgrades. That's not a 16 Marine drops, that's Furious Joe. That's very true. That's what he was prepared for. He had Banelings, he had a ton of Queens, he had Zerglings, he was ready to go, but suddenly a bunch of Vikings showed up. It's a new thing, says Space Dumps. Lost some Vikings in the process, though. Killed 4 Overlords for 3 Vikings. Furious Joe. Good for you, weirdo. Yeah. Like, at your own risk, play One Trick Wednesdays, you might be called a weirdo. It's another tagline here. Widow Mines. Oh, another proposed change for Widow Mines is that they are not cloaked when they're on cooldown. What? I mean, it kind of forces you to put Widow Mines out part of your army. You can't just put them in places like this because they will get one shot off and die, is what they will do, unless you somehow manage to kill everything. So Furious Joe very intelligently is tossing his Overlords up at every one of his hatches, getting a bajillion Spore Crawlers. Yeah, I'm really struggling to replace those Overlords. He's not. He's at 170 supply out of 104 available. So yeah, this is where things start to go a little bit in the tank. As your person who's doing the challenge here is, if your Zerg player gets up to 170 supply, even if you supply block them, they still have a giant army that could come and kill you, is the problem. So scanning to see what's up, to see where the most attractive targets are. I don't think there are any spores at this natural base. So there's only 3 queens. 3 queens. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. He's not protecting his Overlords well enough. The other problem is there's only 6 of them here. There's only 6. Only the 6 of them here. Overlord in the top, hiding from this Overlord massacre that is awaiting him if he moves out. So here we go. Vikings coming on in. Ah, a couple queens just left this. Overlords. Wha-bam, wha-bam. Wha-bam. Not supply blocking. Oh, did supply block Furious Joe. There we go. 145 out of 130, but it's still 145 to 92 supply. Space Dumps is still down, as I believe I just explained here a moment ago. A lot of missile turrets, got a sensor tower already up, another one in construction for Space Dumps 2. I don't know where this one, how is he not expanded here? Gotta expand Space Dumps. And here we go. Million Zerglings from Furious Joe running across the map. They're gonna have a hard time against this here. Widow Mine, Liberator type thing, but maybe this is why he didn't move out. Widow Mines. The thing is, if the Zerglings are fast, I guess there's some Banelings coming here too, then they can run past the Widow Mines without the Widow Mines triggering on them, is how that works. So the Zerglings fast. Does he know? Does he know there are Widow Mines here? He's checking to see, is there a 4th base? There's certainly. Why are you going over there, Space Dumps? That you have not taken. Don't go in here blind. You have Overseers. You don't have Overseers. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. This is going to be a problem. Oh, accidentally triggered it. Ended up getting 8 kills, which is nice. Liberator setting up shop. Wow. Wow. Another big Widowmine shot. Did not bring detection to this party. Banelings rolling in here. Space Dump's in so much trouble. Ah, the front door's open. All my Marines are dead. Lings go. Lings attack. Widowmine. Big time hit there. All those Baneling exploding. Zerglings have free reign inside the base, though. This might be the end for Space Dumps. Space Dumps. Some Hydras here to try to get rid of the Liberators. Not enough of them. The Liberators clear them out. No problem. But that's a lot of dead SCVs. That is, in fact, 20 dead SCVs and a main base that is entirely in shambles. The Vikings are trying their best. I don't think it worked, says Space Dumps. No. No, I don't think it did. But it was an admirable effort. I applaud Space Dumps for giving it the old college try. Widowmines firing on Hydralisks, doing some good work there. Doing Terran work. Trying to make some tanks. If we had more tanks, I feel like. Tanks rather than Liberators. Oh, no, I'm not disappointed in you, Space Dumps. No. You tried the challenge, and that's all I ask any of my subscribers to do with the One Trick Wednesday, is to give it an honest try. Some good Widowmine connections, said Furious Joe. Yeah, but that's only because you didn't bring any detection with you to attack a Terran player at 10 minutes into the game. So, Furious Joe, that's kind of on you, man. Seriously, the chattiest game I have casted in a long time. Liberator got a lot of kills, said Furious Joe. Look at him trying to pick up his friend who is down. He knows Space Dumps is down. And yes, the challenge was to win by only attacking Overlords. So, didn't work out. Didn't work out. Again, I think tanks rather than Liberators. That part was not very convincing. Yes, it is the challenge. You're right. It's the challenge, Space Dumps. So, let this be a lesson to everybody. Send in your losses. I might cast them if they're fun and they're the old college try. Space Dump's going to try again, but spoiler alert, he never actually won with this and never sent me one. Whew, Space Dumps. Better luck with the next challenge, which is coming up soon. Will be announced very soon. All right, so that's it for game number 3. We'll be back with game 4 of the One Trick Wednesday in just a second. Welcome back to One Trick Wednesday. Our final game will be between Fat Man and Kuya for Die on Acolyte, the latter edition. Are we back on Acolyte? Huh. In the top right corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player, and by Zerg I mean Protoss. It is Kuya for Die. Say hi to Falcon Paladin, please, says Fat Man. Aw, hi. Oh, hi, Kuya for Die. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is Fat Man with a spinning Emma Watson logo. Who is he, says Kuya for Die. See? I've been doing this for 2.5 years, and there are definitely people who have no idea who I am. None. StarCraft players who like the StarCraft game, but don't know. I don't know how to do this. My growth is slowing. My sub-growth, I'm technically growing, but like at a rate of about 300 times slower than I used to. So I don't know. Like, as long as I'm growing, can I really complain? Probably not. Probably not. And I don't know. We're not going to talk about this. So a PvP to finish it off, which means we barely get Terran experience here. We got 2 Zerg wins early. Is that 3 Zerg wins? A ZVZ, a ZVP where the Zerg won, and a ZVT where the Zerg won. Yeah, so Zerg wins up and down so far, but no Zerg wins in this game because it's going to be a PvP, and we are speeding this up because Smokes, it's a long one. It is a long one. Find him on YouTube. He has great StarCraft content. Ah, Fat Man, the missionary, preaching the gospel of Falcon Paladin. Thank you, Fat Man. I owe you one, buddy. I owe you one for sure. All right, so both players are just getting buildings. And, I mean, based on the discussion here, Fat Man is going to be the one trying to kill Pylons, which in a PvP seems a little difficult unless you like Dark Templar Rush and take a Pylon out, and I think you might be able to get your opponent just to rage quit if you DT rush them. They weren't ready for it, and then you took out their Pylons. I think they'd just be like, all right, I'm out. There's no coming back from this. Psionic transfers in with an Adept. Doesn't kill anything, but gets murdered. Oracle sneaks in. What the? Oh, that's Kuya for Die. Duh. Man, once again, my colors are totally mixed up here. Totally mixed up. Oh, Void Ray is another way to go, though. Okay, so Void Ray is here from Fat Man. And it is actually Kuya for Die who's trying to kill stuff. So yes, you're fine. Kuya for Die, do whatever you want. You are not bound by the rules here. But the Void Ray is moving out across the map, trying to see what they can do. Oracle trying to sneak around. Got 3 kills when it was real fast and hard to see. Templar Archives on the way for Kuya for Die. Probably doing, I don't know, that's a lot of Stalker though. He saw those Void Rays, so this is difficult. We've got exactly 9. 9 Stalkers here for Fat Man. Trying to take a third base is Fat Man. And Void Ray, pretty good defense against Oracle Harass, as it turns out. Checking to see, is there a third base here I can get some Pylon kills at? Say these Void Rays. The answer is no. No, there is not, Monsieur Fat Man. Is that how that works? I don't know. I don't know if that's how that works. Void Rays could get these Pylons here at the natural. Not the safe location, for whatever reason. Kuya for Die did not want to take that base. Perhaps he's been dropped there too many times. Oracle does sneak in, get some scouting off, but there are now some Stalkers defending for Fat Man, so he's fine. He's fine. Oracle not causing any problems for him at all. So really, by the 7-minute mark, you should be expanding your third base up at this point. Kuya for Die, get it. Prismatic alignment. Pylon down. Man, that takes longer than I thought it would. Alrighty then. Photon overcharging the other one is Kuya for Die. That is just rolling off my tongue. Kuya for Die. All the Stalkers come here to defend this here natural base. How dare you? How dare you kill one of my Pylons? I am nowhere near supply. Oh, I am supply block. 78 out of 78, actually. And still doesn't recognize it. Does Kuya for Die? You should probably recognize that you are, yeah, that's a thing. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, Void Ray's coming back on in, but there are too many Stalkers. There are 8 Stalkers here at this base, and it's just not enough to try to kill a couple Pylons, so he's moving out. Here comes a big Stalker push from Kuya for Die. There are going to be Pylons that put an overcharge. There's going to be a couple Stalkers, but he's going to be way out-Stalkered. Does he have a Mothership Core? Did he think that was against the rules? He's got one. Where is it? Is it coming home? Nope, that's a Void Ray. Ah, it's defending this natural base up here is Fat Man. Alright, oh, these are cannons too. Alright, that's good. Cannons are alright in this situation. Stalker cannon versus Stalker means your Stalker count. Oh, look at the blink micro from Kuya for Die too. Not bad. Not shabby. And then pulling back. And pulling back. Doesn't want to chase too far here, although I think he did get another one with these returning Void Rays. So he's mass Void Raying it. And you know, if he showed up in the main here with all of his Void Rays, I guess they can't jump, but 7 of them, he could probably pick these 4 Pylons off pretty quickly. Fat Man, where are your Pylons? Would you mind giving me some guidance as to where your Pylons are? Oh, I'm asking for a friend. That's even better. That's even better from Fat Man. Asking for a friend. But of course, more Immortals in production here for Kuya for Die. And a Fleet Beacon from Fat Man. Is that just going to be for the upgrades? It's got to just be for the upgrades, right? I guess it could go Carrier. Oh, Carrier taking down Pylons, pretty good too. Tempest. Better when Tempest had the longer range air to ground, but not horrendous. Okay, the Stalkers are away. The Stalkers are coming to try to kill you. This is when the Void Rays have to kill the Pylons. So here we go. 1. 2. Don't get the Nexus. Don't get the Nexus. Oh, is he worried about... Is he just joining up with these... He's worried about this. He's worried about this big Stalker attack with Archons. And again, I kind of like the double Photon Overcharge. At least it's going to get rid of that Archon pretty nicely. But that here, this guy on the right side, this Immortal is the problem of your day. He is going to start wrecking stuff real fast. And he is. He's already got 2 kills. We'll give him 3. We will give him 3. Good against Stalkers, good against buildings. Real bad against Void Rays, though. And Tempest. So you get out of here with your 3 kills. I don't like your style. All the Void Rays came home. No, Void Rays, get up here. Get up here, Void Rays. Kill these Pylons. Get them. Adept shows up late to the party for Kuya for Die. He gets murdered. Murdered for his trouble for being late. Third base finishes for Kuya for Die despite all odds being against that happening. Alright, so Stalker count is 9 versus 10 Void Rays. I think that's... I don't mean, it's not a fight, so it's not exactly what we're looking at, but can you kill the Stalkers before you... Or the Pylons before the Stalkers kill you is the question here for Fat Man, and I don't think I have an answer for him. carrier production has begun for Fat Man. Triple pumping him. You're at 12 minutes. That's not too shabby. That is not too shabby. Not at all. All right, here we go. A bunch of stalkers here at this natural base. There are, in fact, 17 of them and an Archon. So he's got to do a quick hit and run here. Take both those pylons out. Oh, the blink! The response time from Kuya for Die was too strong. Get out of there. Don't lose another Void Ray. Loses another Void Ray. Yep. So down to, is it? No, that's not right. 3 Void Rays. Oh, that was lost. He's got 12. He's lost 3, but he has 12. I am struggling. I guess it is close to 11 p.m. here, though, and I have been waking up early to take my kids to school. I thought I'd get a couple days out of my kids wanting to go to school, but just being excited about new clothes and friends and stuff. But nope. They have been grumpy about it from the beginning, and I honestly can't blame them that much because when I was a kid, I hated school too. So I can't be like, school is the greatest. You should enjoy going, because in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you didn't enjoy it. Don't tell your kids to enjoy something you hated when you were their age. It's very sad. That's not true. I didn't hate school. There were parts that I really didn't like. I didn't like learning cursive, for example. One day I actually just walked home during recess because we had a substitute teacher in 3rd grade, and she was making us do cursive even though it wasn't on the schedule for the day. Like, that was how much I hated cursive. Eventually, my mom found me hiding in the backyard and forced me to go back, but that was my rebelliousness. That was the rebellious stage for Falcon Paladin in 3rd grade that one time. He went home. He lived within walking distance of the school. Pylons, just ping them for me, please. I don't know if you can see opponent pings. Can you see opponent pings in 1v1? Pretty sure you cannot. So playing defensively, he's on 4 bases. He's, geez, 179 supply. He might just win this thing because he's better at macroing than Kuya for Die is. Honestly, that might just be what it comes down to here. So Skytoss army consists of 14 Void Rays, 3 carriers, 2 Tempest, and double pumping more carriers. How does it only have 3? Don't know. Don't actually know. I think he's just going to walk in here, melt the pylons. Actually, we did say you can only go after supply. Nobody asked this question, but I think killing bases is fair game, because technically that's supply. Yeah? It is. I'm right about this. I'm right about this, but it's too late now. I should really sit down and think about these things before I cast them. Before I cast them. See, look at this. Range of the... it used to be 10 and 10. Or 15 and 15? Probably 15 and 15, but now it's 10 and 15. So 10 is pretty good range, honestly. I'm not going to complain about 10, but it's not as good as it could be. So 1 pylon, dead. Another pylon, did. And then a pullout from Fat Man. And he's 4... Oh, this is a delicious group of pylons. Come get them. Come get them, Fat Man. Yes, 4 free pylons. Supply block your opponent. I don't think that's going to be a supply block. Does he not see it? Dude. Dude, Fat Man, you're going to accidentally see it. Yep, accidentally sees it. Don't get the Nexus. Actually, you know what? If you get the Nexus, it's fine. It's supply. Retconning the rules. Carriers are getting some shots off here, but not enough to kill it, right? Nope, not enough to kill it. Not enough to kill it. And here we go. Stalker's trying to just fight here. Running for his life is Fat Man. I don't know if he can justify attacking in this situation. Getting the heck out of there. Additional storm in production by Kuya for Die. Kuya Ferdy. Maybe it's Kuya Ferdy. Nah, Kuya for Die sounds cooler. 5th base on the way from the Fat Man. You don't have to go all the way home, Fat Man. Don't go all the way home. Just poke around. Poke around. Try to see what pylons you can kill. Oh, here comes an army for Kuya for Die. Going with this Stalker Archon Immortal thing, which is generally pretty good, but when your opponent is all the Skytoss, you want fewer Immortals and fewer Archons and more Stalkers, I think. I don't know. The Archons are okay for the splash damage. A lot of cannons here defending this 4th base of Fat Man. Holy shamoly. So many cannons. This is cannon defense. And he can recall home if he had the Mothership Core with him, but he doesn't. But he doesn't, so getting in here is the carriers assisting and the defensive Stalkers blinking in too, and they're going to chase Kuya for Die away. Chase him right away. Once again, speeding up because everybody's going home. Everybody going home. Mothership just finished for Fat Man. Where is it? Is the question of the day. Units tab. Mothership. Mothership is heading up with the rest of the army here. What is this thing? Kuya for Die is trying to build a gateway in the middle of the map so far away from anything else that he has. It's very strange. It is very strange. Alright, so don't... I mean, Nexus is probably fine. And once again, getting rebuffed here. He's choosing to retreat, which... Okay. I mean, in game number 1, we saw 0-0 having really no problem attacking units that were attacking him outside of the base. I wasn't super clear on the rules there. I'm going to try to be super clear on this new challenge I'm going to announce soon. How about that? We'll be very super clear. Any questions will be cleared up in future casts this week. Oh, and also, if you want to submit a replay to One Trick Wednesday, again, falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of One Trick Wednesday and maybe the title of the challenge you're completing. And then you have 10 days, okay? 10 days from this cast to get them in. If it's later than 10 days, I can't get into my screeners in time for them to be ready to go. So, 10 days period. Mothership killing stuff just because she kills stuff while she's moving, so that's okay. That's all right. And here we go. The Great Pylon Massacre of 27 has begun. Is he base racing? Kuya for Die is base racing here. That's interesting. Void Ray is actually killing Cybercore. Oh, 5. Oh, no, got it. Got the Cybercore by accident. You just got to target fire constantly. Just super duper target fire. Attacking into these cannons again is Kuya for Die. I don't think it's going to work out super well. And he gets the recall. He gets the recall home to deal with this. I don't think that was necessary entirely, but he's home, and Kuya for Die is super supply block, but he has 6,000 minerals and 1,500 gas, so he can replace them. He can replace them. No big deal at all. Once again, scared of the army. Once again, running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Another base coming up for Kuya for Die. That is going to be his 5th. The top left corner, 6th base for Fat Man along the left side. Again, he's just out macroing. If I had to use one word to describe it, that is what I would choose. Production. 20 cannons on the way for Fat Man. 20. Where are they? Ah, protecting his 6th base. Observer comes in for Kuya for Die and gets murdered. Gonna go for this round again. Round up this way here. Any more pylons we can kill? Yay, more pylons to kill. And Kuya for Die is at 140 supply, so getting supply blocked here is not great. And once again, there's the recall. Storm on the Void Rays. Storm on the Stalkers here, too. Good storms out of Kuya for Die, actually. Good job, Kuya for Die. If you're watching this, because you're a new sub, first of all, welcome, and good storms. The good storms. Speeding it up once again. Is Fat Man gonna get more pylons? I don't know. 2 more are on the way here. Pushing up. This base, I mean, if you sit on your pylons and just metagame it, just try to win by gaming your opponent instead of doing traditional wins. Fat Man is just throwing up cannons at additional bases so that Kuya for Die can't take them. That's actually pretty good. I like that a lot. I don't know if it's enough to stop this Immortal Stalker Archon army, but it's pretty good nonetheless. 5 kills on non-Immortal Archons. I have no kills. Dang, Archons. Step it up. Step it up. This gateway in the middle of nowhere for Kuya for Die and just hanging out. Just hanging right out. A couple pylons over here you could kill. See, I think part of this is just being aware. Sending observers out everywhere across the map. Seeing where there are large numbers of pylons to destroy and then destroying them and moving off to something else. The observer's already scouted. I feel like Fat Man's been playing in the dark a little bit here. Where, yeah, trying to take this base. Again, trying to keep Kuya for Die from getting it. That's hilarious. Pylons down. That does deny. Well, it's delay. The +1 shield upgrade there at the forge. And once again, running away and recalling away. Not everybody, though. Not everybody got the memo. Stalkers and Tempests left behind. So sadly for them. Yep. Kuya for Die sneaking on in here, trying to get this straight fight up. He's not running away this time. Kuya for Die gonna storm all of the things before all of his Templar die. And that's it. That's a good game from Kuya for Die. I mean, a lot of these things are hurt. I don't think any of them died, though, is the problem. Storms and PvP, isn't the greatest. Oh, look at these shields. +2 shields, +1 armor on this guy toss. +3 attack as well, and that's a victor. That is a winner for Fat Man. Good job, Fat Man. Way to get it. Way to get it. All right, before I go, I promised I would say what the Winter Cones Day for September 6th is going to be. It is Moving Day. It won by 2 votes, you guys. 2. Moving Day. Abandon your main base and set up a new main location that is not at your main or your natural. Expand. Okay, so I understand. I can hear a million questions already. So this is my interpretation of this. When your main base gets mined out, you have to build a new main base somewhere else. That's not your natural expansion. Okay? Obviously, this is going to be a little bit easier for Terran, just because they can lift up their buildings and fly them over. But abandon your main base means you don't harvest from it, you don't use any of the production facilities there, you don't use the tech structures there, you have to rebuild all your tech structures if you're Zerg or Protoss at your new location. Alright, so it's Moving Day. Mine out your main, Quaching, set up a new base somewhere else, act like you can't use your main base anymore, and that's how this is going to work. Okay? Okay. Any questions, please put them in the comments. I'll try to clear them up in the comments as well and answer the questions in later casts this week. Boosh. Alright, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of One Trick Wednesday. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.